Hello all and welcome to the latest episode of FoodEx from Belfast Worm Farm. As you can see, there's no little helpers with me today. They're at their grandparents' house. Job done by myself today. So we're going to feed the worms with some micro herbs that were a customer return for a local company, and I've got an iceberg that was not eaten and it's looking past its best, so we'll feed that to the worms, and then we'll check on. There's a fine bean bin that we put fine bean in. There's a baby corn, so we check on that bin. There's peppers and there's banana. I think that the banana and the peppers and the sweet corn, the baby corn, will be fine. I'm not impressed with the fine bean. It looked like it was going to go well at the start, but it hasn't. So we'll check on them, and then at the end of the video, we'll report back. In number 2, we haven't fed it in a while, as you can see. Very little food there, but there's plentiful worms in there. Look at the big worms in there. Look at that, lovely worm. So these ones are going to be fed today with garlic chives. So where they haven't been fed in a while, we're hoping that just by doing that, spread them out a little bit. Spread them out, but give them some area to eat. So there we go. So that's garlic chive in worm bin. Yeah, worm bin number 2. Worm bin number 3 again. No, not much food in there. Lots of worms moving around. A few pot worms in there. A few springtails in there. There's a baby worm crawling away over there. So this one's going to be fed with, upside down, red amethyst. So again, we're just going to put this on top. Spread it out so it's create no hot spots, and then we're going to put some paper on the top and then dampen it down. And lid on, and that's another one done. And worm bin number 1. Again, look, trusted old worm snug in there, doing well. So this one's going to put fennel in it. Lid there, just fennel. So sprinkle this over the top, and then a small bit of paper on the top of that. Dampen that down. Another one set up. Awesome. Bin number 6 we added the baby corn to a lot of weeks ago now. I'm mistaken, I think it's about 2 weeks ago we added this. Very little activity in there at all with the eating of that. But I'll rummage around and have a look. Plenty of worms in there. Just big juicy worms in there. So I'm not sure what's going on. This one, I think it just needs a lot of moisture added. Too much moisture in there. So add some paper pulp to that. Give that a mix in. We'll check on this one in a week and see if that any difference to that one. This is worm bin number 8, the one that we added the fine beans to. At the start we thought they were getting eaten, but they don't seem to be eating that much now. There's a lot of worms in here, a lot of activity, but the worms don't seem to be eating. So I'm not sure what's going on. So I just have a dig around and fluff this bin up. So I'm hoping that by fluffing it over, we'll make the worms try again with the fine bean. There's lots of cardboard and lots of worms, but yeah. So we'll see that one. We'll leave this for a week and see how that one goes. This is what we've renamed as the mushroom bin, because there's still mushrooms growing in this bin. I've actually put it upside down. There's the mushrooms growing on that side. But the worms are really loving it, so that's why we're leaving it in there. There's a worm crawling through just there, and there's lots of baby worms on there in this bin, so we're just going to leave this one. But yeah, if anyone can help identify whether these mushrooms are good or not. There's the worms in there doing well. It's awesome. The bin that we put the banana in, and on closer inspection there's very little of the banana left. Very little. There's just these black rings left from the outside of the banana, completely eating the inside. See what this one here is like. It's got lots of mites on it, but lots of mites down there too. But yeah, all the banana's gone, and then we've got some awesome castings forming in there. Lovely rich gold castings there. Awesome. Yeah, happy with this bin. So there we go, we've got to get more banana into this one. So fluff this bin up and then mix any last bits of banana into it. But yeah, some awesome castings in there. Look at the castings there. Brilliant. Nice big fat juicy worms. Please just grab a few there. Shame on my hands. Awesome worms. Okay, right, we'll fluff this one up and then, yeah, awesome. This is the bin we added the pepper to. There's very little bits of the pepper left, just a few bits of skin. That one there was the left of the hidden Mickey. Yeah, worms here are awesome. Castings again, beautiful looking castings. I'll dig down in there and show you. They're awesome castings again. Yeah, awesome. So there you go. Peppers is a good thing. Very little of the pepper left. The worms are looking awesome in there. Right, with this bin, I'm going to feed. I have an old iceberg lettuce, which I'm going to put into this one. I'm actually going to leave it whole and put it in the centre and see what happens. So we clear a hole, and I'll grab this iceberg and we'll put it in. So there we go. I'm just going to put the iceberg in like that, and then I'm going to fill it in around the edges like that, and let the worms work their magic. And what I'm hoping is that we end up with a great big lump of compost right in the middle, or worm castings in the middle. What I'm going to do though is put a tiny bit more moisture in here. It feels slightly on the drier side. There you go, another awesome bin. Cool. So this is one of the wormeries we sell. We want to practice what we preach, so we set this wormery up with our own instructions to make sure it was working. So yeah, so the worms in there are doing really well. So this is everything you would get if you bought a wormery from us. Everything that you see in there is what you get, and so far so good. The worms are doing well. Some nice big juicy worms in there. So I'll just pick some of them up and show you. There you go, some big worms, juicy worms. Awesome. And then we use the worm casting as previous bedding, so you get some good starter castings there as well. So there you go. I had to come back inside because it started to rain and I needed a cup of tea. Just for a recap, the worms absolutely love banana and they absolutely love the green pepper. At a later date we will try red and yellow pepper as well. Bit let down by the fine bean. I honestly thought that the worms would eat it. The early indications showed that they were munching on it, or like at least enjoying it. We're a member of the Experimental Worm Farm group on Facebook, and people in there have suggested freezing the food and then feeding it to them, the worms, after it's thawed out. So we're going to try that with fine bean and see whether that makes a difference. We're looking forward to see what happens with the iceberg and the micro herbs. But yeah, so please keep checking back and seeing our update and our progress. Thanks very much to all who have subscribed and liked and follows and comments. We do appreciate all your thumbs up, so make sure you hit the like button. If you do like our videos, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking up here, and if you want to see more videos, then click up here. Thank you very much. Till next time, thanks very much. Bye bye.